You may have heard that you shouldn't water mums from the top like this, but is it true? Let's talk to an actual greenhouse grower that grows thousands of mums every year and find out. I've seen a bunch of videos about this already this fall, but none of them have actually gone into detail about the science as to why and how you should water your mums. So some folks are saying absolutely do not water from the top at all. You should take your mum and set it down into a bucket of water and let it soak from bottom watering. I've seen others say that you shouldn't water from the top. You should get your hose down to the side of the pot and get down under the foliage to water. So here's the truth. Obviously, water is not going to hurt plants because plants need water. So what is the deal with top watering? It all happens to do with the amount of flower petals that a mum flower has. You see, mum flowers have this plethora of petals on each and every one of these flowers, and all of these little nooks and crannies are perfect places for moisture to get trapped whenever you water a mum or if it rains if it's outdoors. So there actually is some truth to that sentiment that you shouldn't let water get onto the flower petals if at all possible. Because whenever that water stays trapped between all the layers of those petals, it just becomes breeding ground for bacteria and fungus, which can cause those petals to wilt or start decaying faster than they normally would if they had stayed dry. So on a mum that hasn't bloomed yet, sure, you can water this all you want and you're not going to do any harm to this plant and you're not going to affect the blooms at all. But on our mums that are blooming, this is the one time of year that you will see us take these water breakers off of our wands, and we actually take the wand and we put it down in between the blooms and water them this way. So technically we are still watering from the top, but we're not allowing the water to collect in between all of those nooks and crannies in the petals. Because in my opinion, it's just unreasonable to expect people to take their mums and dunk them in buckets of water, especially if you have quite a few at your home or thousands of them in a greenhouse like we do. So yes, if possible, try and keep those flowers dry and they will last a week or two longer than if you had let them get wet. So that means if it's going to rain and you've got them outdoors, you may have to put them up underneath your porch until that rain passes. Really, it's just for aesthetics and it's only for that short period of time when those mums are blooming.